let's face it, thought leadership can sound intimidating. Like it's reserved for big name CEOs or those with huge followings, and those are the only people who are thought leaders. But here's the truth. Becoming a thought leader isn't about having a huge audience or spending hours a day establishing credibility online. In fact, you can become a thought leader in as little as 10 minutes a day. And I'm gonna be really honest with you, if you don't have 10 minutes a day to establishing thought leadership, this probably is not a priority for you. But if you want to be seen as credible as an industry leader, 10 minutes a day is what it takes. And I'm going to show you how those small, consistent efforts can make you someone people know, like, and trust and build that thought leadership. In today's episode, we'll dive into why thought leadership matters for your business and career, why LinkedIn is the absolute best platform in which to establish your thought leadership, and how you can make an impact every day in just a few minutes. So let's get into it. Welcome to the Creating Opportunities podcast. This is a place where we help smart, ambitious professionals create better relationships for success. And why? Because people matter. They're messy, but they make life better and they matter. And I am your host, Cassandra. I am a speaker, trainer, an iced coffee lover. It's important you know that. And I am here to help you make deeper connections. So let's get into it. So first off, what is thought leadership? Well, it is being seen as the go-to person or one of the top go-to people in your industry or your field, whichever word you would like to use. A thought leader is someone others look to for guidance because they see them as trustworthy and they respect them as an authority. And that's huge because what's like the number one rule of business? People do business with people they know, like, and trust. So when you establish yourself as a thought leader, you're not just building a reputation, you're building relationships. So I like to think about Sarah Blakely, right? The creator of Spanx. Now she has sneaks. That's an issue for another day on how we feel about the sneaks. But she is a person who built a company around one amazing product that turned into a whole suite of products, right? Spanx. But she is now more than just the creator of a product. She is a massive thought leader on places like LinkedIn because every day she posts, or her ghostwriter, I'll be honest, posts about her insights, her struggles, and her journey openly. Candace Nelson, creator of Sprinkles and now Pizzana or Paisana, I have no clue how you say it, but it's the greatest pizza. She also is going on and sharing her thoughts, her ideas, her struggles, her own personal stories, and it's building relationships and building her reputation at the same time. Now, those are two major CEO, executive level, high entrepreneurs, but anybody can do the things they did and build their own reputation and audience and relationships based off the ideas they're putting out into the world. And here's the thing, look at the Sarah Blakely or the Candace Nelson. Think of how many other huge businesses are out there that we don't know who the CEO is, we don't know who the founder is. It's because they went above and beyond and started sharing these stories, sharing these insights that they became people that others relate to, admire, and listen to. And that's the power of thought leadership. It transforms you from being just another professional in your field or in the world at large to a trusted voice people actively seek out. So let's go a little bit deeper on why thought leadership is important. As I've already said, when you position yourself as a thought leader, you become somebody that is trusted in your field. You're showing people that you know what you're talking about, but more importantly, you are showing that you are confident in sharing it with others. There is an openness there. And that trust factor is massive because as we talk about here all the time, that trust is the basis of creating a relationship. So when people see you consistently sharing insights, offering guidance, and showing up in a meaningful way, they feel like they're building a relationship with you. Now, it could be a parasocial relationship. That's a whole other episode for another day. If you don't know what that is, Google it. But it still is a relationship. They feel like they're building a relationship with you because they're getting to know you and kind of getting a peek behind the curtain every day. or a couple of times a week. And that makes people more likely to want to work with you or refer you or think of you when they're doing an industry panel, right? And they need 4 people on it. How do you get one of those 4 spots? You're the thought leader, right? It's those sorts of things. When they need a guest on a podcast, you're the person they think of. But it's not just about being seen, it's about creating real influence. When you're a trusted authority, people start to rely on your insights. They turn to you when they have questions. They think of you when they have opportunities. And they remember you when they're making decisions. That's how thought leadership can actually impact your business or your career. But here's the thing. Being a thought leader does not mean you have to have world-renowned expertise or all the answers. It's honestly about showing up consistently, having genuine insights, and being willing to share and engage. A lot of times the thought leaders should have a genuine interest in the thing they're talking about. They probably do research it more than the average person or know more than the average person, right? But they don't have to have every answer. They're just the one who's willing to share the information they learn. And it's this approachability that makes people like and relate to you, which also builds that know, like, trust. Now we got to talk about why LinkedIn is the best platform to create your thought leadership status on. Here's the number one reason. LinkedIn is literally designed for professional credibility and connection. It's what it does. It is the only social media platform based around our professional selves. It's where people come to engage, learn, and network with others in their field. So while other platforms are great for lifestyle and branding, LinkedIn is the go-to for people looking at their professional lives. Honestly, think of LinkedIn as the stage is already set for you. The audience has already come in. You just need to step on stage. That's it. People are already there with a mindset to connect and engage on topics related to business or industry or the field that you're in. It is a very unique space where thought leadership is not only accepted, but welcomed. And here's the best part. It doesn't have to be complex. Again, thought leadership does not mean you have to be the one creating the deepest idea 10 times a day, right? Simple insights, relevant comments, and sharing useful resources can have a huge impact. And on LinkedIn, those small, consistent actions over time will build your presence and influence. So let's talk about how. You honestly don't need to spend hours to become a thought leader, right? You just need to make consistent progress. So I say you can do this in as little as 10 minutes a day. I think 30 minutes a day is going to go a little bit farther, but you can do it in 10. So first, create some content at least 3 times a week. You need to be putting some sort of content out there. Now, this could be resharing a resource that you think is really helpful, or this could be giving your thoughts on an industry event that you just went to the day before, or you want to give 3 tips that you think would be helpful for those just starting out in their career in your field. Any sort of content that you create, I would be doing that about 3 times a week, if not 5 times a week. It doesn't have to be a full-blown article every day. Keep it short and relevant, and remember, authenticity over perfection. People get too intimidated, like, I gotta razzle-dazzle people, show them how amazingly smart I am. No, you don't. It's still social media. I just want to talk to another human being. So authenticity over perfection. And then take 5 minutes to comment. So once you've posted your content, go leave thoughtful, genuine comments on a couple of posts. This is more than the happy anniversary or congrats on the new job or happy birthday. Thoughtful comments on other people's posts. Start creating a list of people that have been actively posting and you can engage with them. LinkedIn rewards commenting. Hear that again. LinkedIn rewards commenting. They will show you to more people if you're a person who comments and engages on the platform. But on top of LinkedIn rewarding it, you are now getting in conversations with other people in your industry, in your area of expertise. You are now a part of the mix. People are going to start to get to know you. They're going to recognize your name. It's establishing that credibility. Thought leadership is not about making a big splash overnight. It's about small, consistent actions that create influence over time. When you show up every day, even just for a couple of minutes, people start to recognize your name, get familiar with you, and want to hear what you have to say. Think about it for a minute. There are probably people that you feel this way about. If you opened your phone and went on LinkedIn or went on Instagram or went on Facebook or TikTok, there are probably people that just started showing up, and because they kept showing up, now when they post something, you go, wait, what's that about? Oh wait, I want to hear what they have to say in particular. Now, you can do that on any of these platforms, but again, LinkedIn is the one that cares about professional lives, that has people interested in industry things when they come on the platform. So that is why I say LinkedIn is the best place to do this. And don't worry if you're posting and not every post gets a comment or a reaction. People are still watching even if they're not engaging every time. I promise you, the more consistently you show up, the more they'll think of you when they need someone with your expertise. So there it is. That is the secret to becoming a thought leader in 10 minutes a day. Show up consistently, share small pieces of content, and engage with others in your industry on LinkedIn. If you're ready to get started, I challenge you to spend 10 minutes a day, every day this week, sharing something valuable and leaving a few comments. Now, if you're like, I have no clue what to post, I actually have a free checklist, 20 things to post on LinkedIn. It works for any industry. You can adapt it. It's free. You can get it in the description box below or in the show notes. And doing these things really will simply yet effectively transform how people see you on LinkedIn. With that in mind, if you need more tips on LinkedIn, I have this episode for you right here, or you will see it linked in the show notes below. That's it for today. I'll catch you in that one. Bye.